For many of these young athletes, cricket is not just a sport, it is a pathway to their future selves, with the possibility of furthering their education on and off the pitch, achieving national representation and even more opportunities worldwide. As we step into 2026, our mission remains clear to strengthen cricket across the island and to improve support for our players, ensuring that every young athlete who wears the respective school colors feels seen and valued. This season will be exciting and memorable, and we encourage spectators across Jamaica and beyond to seek the excitement. Whether rooting for your school of choice or simply appreciating and having a love of the game, support us in making 2026 our most successful season to date. Welcome to this morning's media launch. It is a pleasure to have you here. I now call on the principal of the Mayday High School, Mr. Davis, to open prayer.
Hearts of impact. May the competition inspire young athletes to strive for excellence, teamwork, and fair play. Grant wisdom to the organizers, sponsors, and participants. And may this event strengthen the bonds of friendship and sportsmanship among all Jamaicans. We pray for safety, health, and joy for everyone attending or involved in the cricket competitions. In your name we ask for blessings for this gathering. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Davis. And at this time, I'm going to be calling on the ISSA President, Wellington, to just put your hands together for Mr. Clark. Thank you very much for the help, Master Solomon.
No, this is not your son. This is natural son and I wrote.
Carry on.
This is not your son. This is natural son and I wrote.
Tuesday, our special invited guest, members of the media. Good morning. Good morning. And thank you very much. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here for another launch of our schoolboy football, schoolboy cricket competition. This is and I wanted to make mention of two things today. I wanted to make mention of the fact that we are really happy to be here, and that while we celebrate the qualification of the under-17s for the World Cup, we are really happy. Cricket has given us reason to be happy this morning because we had an outstanding victory in the T20 World Cup yesterday. So that is how I inadvertently made mention of that other sport at the wrong time. But we're really happy to be here, and we are blessed. We are feeling blessed that we are going to be in a position yet again through the support of Grace Kennedy, through its brands, First Global Bank and GK Insurance, to again offer the opportunity for our students to participate in what we think is the Caribbean's premier sporting activity. It is that activity that is most closely at times aligned to us as a region, and we continue as an organization, as we are organizers and proud sponsors, and we are really pleased that at the just concluded World Cup for under 19s, we had at least one still plays in this competition, right? Who was selected as one of the best 11 players in that competition, as he was selected as a member of the tournament 11. I think that gives us added momentum, gives us more encouragement to continue to do what we are doing, because it means that there is somebody who is benefiting from the exposure that we provide. We continue to ask for as much support as we can, and from an ISSA perspective, we know that there's much more that can be done. This year, we are going to be included in collaboration games in terms of data, the scores, the statistics, and so on. But I'm also encouraging the media to actually come out to the games. Don't just report what is sent in to you, because the youngsters are going to perform better when they know that the media is paying attention. And so I'm encouraging the media to come out and support us by your presence. I know that you're going to tell me that it's expensive to travel around the country and so on, but you have correspondents all over the places. You have cameras all over the places. Please encourage them to support the cricket games. Let the youngsters feel as if they are just as valuable as those other sports that get 10 minutes on the sports news every single night. Because as I said at the outset, cricket is a region sport. It is that sport where every single island in the Caribbean feels as if they have competent world-class youngsters. And so as Jamaicans, when we play the sport, we want to consider ourselves the best in everything in the Caribbean. So we want the support to ensure that that remains true. This year, it is the first edition of the competition that we will not be blessed with the presence of Don Webby. And I want us to recognize the loss of an icon, not just of Jamaican business or politics, but first of all, as a Jamaican full stop, but certainly as somebody who has contributed, well, first of all, had so much love for the sport of cricket and contributed so much to the development of cricket, not just directly through ISSA, but from the very top. And I think that for all of us, we owe it to Don this year to ensure that there's continued improvement in the game and that the performances on and off the field matches the standards that he would have established and that he always encourages us to live up to. So we want to ensure that this year is an exceptional year, if only for that reason. I want to thank you very much for being here, and we look forward to a great season.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wellington. Yes, you can put your hands together for Mr. Wellington's address. But I don't know how Mr. Wellington could make the mistake of speaking about football at this time. But what happened is that he is still celebrating. His school has won with the national football competition, so it's still on its mind. Okay. And also, cricket being a gentleman's sport, I don't know how you could have football being mentioned at this time. Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. President. And at this time, I'm going to be asking our sponsors to make a remark. Ms. Terrian Graver, Chief Operating Officer, First Global Bank. Put your hands together and make a
Good morning.
Morning.
I would like to acknowledge Mr. Keith Wellington, President of Intersecondary School Sports Association. So, Mrs. Colleen Montague, VP Intersecondary School Sports Association, or guest speaker, Nehemiah Perry, well-known former Jamaica and West Indies bowler, Ewan Scott, competition officer, George Henry, Chairman Rural Cricket, and Andor MC, Ronsel Brooks, Chairman Urban Cricket, Other distinguished guests and ISSA executions, fellow Grace Kennedy colleagues, coaches, teachers, our students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. This year is a momentous one for both First Global Bank and GK General Insurance. We aren't just sponsoring a tournament, we are celebrating a shared legacy within the Grace Kennedy family. For over 25 years, First Global Bank has proudly served Jamaica. And today, together with our sister company, GK General Insurance, we reaffirm our joint commitment to our nation's youth as co-sponsors of the 2026 ISSA Grace Kennedy Schoolboy Cricket Season. For FGB, 2026 marks our silver year, 25 years young, celebrated under the theme From First to Forever. And for GK General Insurance, this season is equally special as they celebrate an impressive 45 years of service to Jamaica. 2 milestones, 1 unified purpose. Drop us smiles. The beauty of this partnership is that both organizations have grown alongside this ISSA competition. Since our sponsorship began, we've witnessed a highlight reel of unforgettable firsts that have shaped Jamaican cricket. In 2001, the Grey Shield era brought us St. Jago's breakthrough victory over Kingston College, followed by a repeat performance in 2002. From 2003 to 2006, Homewood Technical redefined rural dominance, taking the Headley Cup for 4 years straight. In 2015, Campan College ended a 27-year drought to reclaim the Grey Shield. And in 2016, Excelsior High stunned us all with their first title since the 1960s. And of course, just last year, we saw Tyreek Grant's massive 239 for sticks, which reminded us why we love this game. Now that deserves another round of applause. While these athletes were creating history on the pitch, both sponsors were innovating off of it. First Global Bank has led with a series of industry firsts, from launching online banking with Global Access, to pioneering Jamaica's video teller machines, to simplifying account opening, and remaining the only local bank offering dynamic CVV fraud protection. Hit us up on our website, we can tell you more about that and, apply for your credit card, not use us. At the same time, GK General continued to build on its strong legacy as an insurance leader in motor, home, and general insurance, recognized for comprehensive protection and dependable claim service for Jamaican families and businesses. GK General has been an anchor of stability, and together, we remain committed to investing millions into the development of these young athletes. Why do we do this? Because whether you're facing a fast bowler, navigating your finances, or preparing for life's uncertainties, those firsts always seem daunting until they're done. But you are not alone. As part of this year's milestone sponsorship, GK General Insurance and First Global Bank are introducing a special set of cash awards in recognition of our 25 years partnership with this competition. So listen, for this year's tournament, each of the 10 first place teams across the various competitions will receive cash prizes valued at $60,000, along with an additional $30,000 awarded to their head coaches. Additionally, for 2026, we are very proud to offer a $100,000 educational grant to the top cricketer graduating this year and moving on to attend a local university. It's spoken about Dan, and we know how education was important to Dan, so that's really something special that we're really proud to announce now. These awards reflect our desire to mark this milestone year in a meaningful way, celebrating excellence on the field while supporting the future aspirations of the athletes who continue to inspire us. To the players, as you begin the 2026 ISSA Grace Kennedy Schoolboy Cricket season, do so with passion and vision. You will hear today from Mr. Perry, a true titan of the game, that while your journey starts here, it can lead you beyond your wildest dreams. We look forward to the next first and to the future of cricket as you guys take the stage. We have risen the stakes for you. Here's to another year of excellence in sports. Thank you.
You may continue to put your hands together for Ms. Brewer. And I took careful note of what she said. She told us that the company will be investing millions into the development of our youngsters. And I love that. Thank you very much, Ms. Brewer. As if he believed that he would have been escaping from the opening prayer, Mr. Ransel Brooks is now being called to introduce our keynote speaker. He is the chairman of Urban Cricket. Put your hands together and make him welcome.
Members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker. He is Mr. Nehemiah Perry. He's a Calabar High School old boy and would have represented Calabar at the very competition that we are launching here today. He is a former Jamaica and West Indies cricketer, noted for his right arm off break, spin bowling, and a lower order batsman. Mr. Perry not only established himself in sports, he would have ensured that he balanced both academics and sports. This led him to having a fulfilling life after sports. He's employed to the Guardian Life Group and has worked there for the past 24 years, particularly at the Trafalgar Financial Center. He is currently the branch manager. He's a former president of the Jamaica Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. He's also a former chairman of the $1 Million Round Table for the Jamaica chapter. He is a proud father of 3 boys and a grandfather of 2 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the program, Mr. Nehemiah.
Thank you very much. I rather just say past student and old boy. Yeah, I'm my grandfather. I tell you, I remember there was a famous cricketer in Barbados who were painting his house. He had on a pullover, he had on a jacket, and then he put on his blazer, his West Indies blazer. And somebody was walking, saw him painting in the heat was like 30 degrees. Said, Mr. So-and-so, I didn't want to call his name. I don't want to call his name because I might get in trouble. So he said, what you doing? He said, what? I'm painting. He said, no, but the sun is so hot and you have on blazer and all these clothes. He said, you see you Belgians, you don't read the instructions. It says apply 2 coats. Mr. President, Master of Ceremony, sponsors, student, media, good morning. It's really a pleasure to be here this morning, just to, give you some insights and talk about cricket. Because when I hear about cricket, it's my passion. Playing West Indies cricket and playing Jamaica cricket for over 20 years and playing professional cricket in England. I think I have some sort of idea of how can we then get to that next level and build cricketers from the grassroots level and school level? And, you know, I really want to thank First Global and GK. I mean, really, when we look at sponsorship around this struggle, and for them to put their money in and continue to do it with Grace Kennedy, in association with Grace Kennedy, it's really, really something that we have to salute them. Because you see cricket as like a sport which is dying, and I mean, we're not hiding it. As from a JCA standpoint, I'm a director there, also the acting president of Kingston Cricket Club. We see less schools playing cricket, coming into cricket, and that is a concern from a Jamaica perspective, because they're telling the truth. We will then have less players to select from. And so for the sponsorship to come in, to encourage individuals and to encourage schools and principals to come on board and make sure that we have cricketers that we can choose from. So this sponsorship is really and truly timely, and this will shape Jamaica cricket back to the glory days. Without sponsors, Jamaica cricket will not get anywhere, right? I remember the glory days when I started in '87. At 7 o'clock, I used to get to cricket. That is the passion I had, and still has this passion about cricket. At 7 a.m., I used to get to cricket. Cricket started at 10 o'clock. I am at cricket at 7 because I wanted to be, I couldn't sleep. I wanted to get to cricket. And when I get there, the line was outside already. People were getting ready to come into cricket with their food and them things and them pan and juice. That was, you know, really, really something I really like. And I would love to see that day come back here in Jamaica. I just want to touch on a few points. You know, schools that are participating, please take it seriously. Prepare yourself for a battle, right? The foundation of cricketers is what will determine if you make it or you don't at the top level, right? So when I see a person practicing and, you know, taking it for a joke, it's not like that. If you're going to get to the next level in cricket, you have to prepare. You have to take the cricket really, really serious, because I see some cricketers here, and I really want you to take the message to your colleagues that when we are preparing, right, we must take it serious. And that goes hand in hand with coaching. And I see where there's also a problem with our coaching of youngsters. Because when we get them at club level, we can see the deficiencies, we can see the issues. And we are talking about basic things: how to bowl, how to bat, how to field, how to wicket keep. So the coaches has an integral part to play in the development of our youths, right? So the sponsors will put their money in, but the sponsors really need to see also some quality coming through, so that will enhance the brand. Correct? Right. So the coaches has enormous responsibility over youth, because what you tell them and show them is what they're going to practice. So you see how it ties together, right? The other thing I want to speak about is, for schools who are not involved this year, I charge all the principals to help with the development of our beloved sport and start putting some steps to play cricket at the school again. So the school, we used to have over 100 and maybe, Mr. President, I have about over 100 kind of schools. Maybe maybe over 100. Close to 100. How many play now? Maybe about 30 odd? 30 odd. So you see the magnitude of the problem. So for the principals and, you know, sports masters, let me see how best we can then join a partnership with the JCA to get some sort of support from overseas. Because guess what? We have some icons in this country. Chris Gales, Andre Russell, right? Ramdan King. All these players play cricket all over the globe. And we are asking them to help us as well, because they can go to a manufacturing company, that have cricket equipment and no cricket equipment, and beg them some gears, and we'll get them in this country so we can distribute it to some of the schools who are struggling. Because cricket equipment is very expensive. One bat can cost, I don't even buy cricket equipment anymore. Because I used to get them sponsors through Grey Nichols. I used to get them free. So I don't know. A bat might cost $40,000, $50,000. And maybe a school might need 4 or 5. And that is not easy. Plus pads and gloves and all that stuff. So it's not easy to get equipment. So we're trying to get maybe some of those youngsters, like maybe past cricketers, to help us to get some equipment into this country so that we can help the schools. Cricket can be an occupation, right? And if you hear the money that some of these cricketers make, you know, I was thinking about taking up my shoes and start playing again. But I think I'll stick to the over 50. Because when you hear the millions of US dollars that these cricketers are getting, listen, I work 6 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, Monday to Saturdays. I'm not even close with some of these money that these guys just play T20, play like maybe 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, and they earn millions of US dollars. So I go back to say, when you're playing this game, take it serious, keep focus, right? And one word that I want you to take away is discipline, right? I manage many people, and I can tell you, Nicola is here. I mean, it's a club from my club, Kingston, right? But discipline is something that I really and truly passionate about, how we conduct ourselves. You know, that's how the habit and attitude towards what you do, right? So please do not mess around. I urge everybody here to just give full support. Because as I said, sponsors put some serious amount of money in when there's not a lot of sponsors lining up for cricket. Cricket is on the verge of dying, I can tell you that. So for them to come and do it is really and truly a pleasure, and I really and truly want to just say again, thanks to GK Insurance and First Global and Grace Kennedy for your continued support, right? So I just want to wrap up, right? Let me just say one last thing about a past cricketer. You know, in my days it was Sunlight Cup. I don't know if any of you remember that name. Right, there was Sunlight Cup. And one of the cricketers, we were traveling overseas to play cricket. And in those days we have an orange juice called Trout. I don't know if you remember Trout orange juice. Right? Right? So the stewardess, you know, touched him because he was sleeping, and said, Mr. John, you want some juice? So he said, yes. He said, what kind of juice you have? She said, Trout off. He said, well, throw it off. Right? Let us play the game in the right spirit. And remember, the umpire decision is final. Thank you all, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Perry, former Jamaica and West Indies cricketer. And I took note of what Mr. Perry said just now. We want to return to the glory days. And when I was a youngster, I had to fight my way through the crowd, Mr. Perry, to get even a standing space at Sabina Park. These days, you can take your whole community and take your bed and your furniture and everything, put in Sabina Park, and you will have enough space to see cricket. I look forward to the days when we have to push our way through the crowd to go to Sabina Park to see our favorite game. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to the JCA and I see Dr. Bento for providing participation uniform to ISSA assist further with the development of cricket. Put your hands together for the JCK. At this time, I'm going to be asking the person or persons who are responsible for the students' address testimonial to come. I've not seen any name, so I am not sure as to who that or those persons are. But if they are not here, I'm going to move on. At this time, we'll have in the symbolic check handover. So the representatives from First Global GK Insurance, Ms. Kennedy, will come to make the presentation. Put your hands together for presenters. It's big money, so you have to continue putting your hands together for our sponsors.
Hello. Hey, gentlemen.
Please ensure that the camera sees what is happening. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it's $9 million sponsorship from the First Global Group, as well as GK Insurance. We presented to our president, Mr. Keith Wellington, and we are happy for this sponsorship because we know we want cricket to move further, and I'm sure that Mr. Webby would have left something in the kitty for next year. So we thank you very much for your sponsorship, and we look forward to spending every cent wisely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we'll be opening up for questions and answers. And so if there are questions that you would want to throw at the sponsors or at the president, this is now the time to do so. And they will not throw any question at the chairman at this time. Yes, the exercise coach is there. Mr. White. Just a second.
Good morning. I'm asking a question that I hope has not been answered already because I came a bit late. But last year I raised a question about cash prizes for schools, etc. Could I be notified of 1% if somebody care to highlight me? 1 second.
All right, so we're introducing cash prizes, as you said. Each of the 10 first place teams across the various competitions will receive cash prizes valued at $60,000, along with an additional $30,000 awarded to their head coaches.
So now you're here. Okay. Any further questions that you would want to have answers to?
And for those that missed what I said, we are also proud to offer a $100,000 educational grant to the top cricketer graduating this year and moving on to attend a local university.
I'm not sure if we have any other question that you need answers to, but I just want to inform you that the cricket competition starts tomorrow. So the Headley Cup and the Grey Shield cricket competitions will bowl off tomorrow. And I'm sure that our youngsters and our coaches are looking forward, especially due to the fact that the question that was asked by the coach from Excelsior, they were answered. We know that you have been bowling and batting for these incentives from a good while now. And we are happy that our sponsors have decided that they will do what you have been asking. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this launch. And we are looking forward to some wonderful performances in the 2026 season. Last year we had some very good performances, even some triple centuries, some good 5 takers and other numbers above 5 in terms of wickets. And so we are asking all of our players to please ensure that we have the best season. Last year we never had one complaint about indiscipline. And this year we don't want to have any, because we want our sponsors and our supporters to be proud of our youngsters as they represent the various institutions. So when you go back to your various institutions, we're asking you kindly to pass on the information. We do not need to have any disciplinary hearing for our cricketers, because cricket is a gentleman's sport. Thank you very much for yourself. A wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful rest of the week, and the best cricket season.
Live streaming, the second day.
Thank you.